Good day, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020 at about 9:15 a.m. Central Time. Well, again, we're seeing different things, rotations going on in the stock market. The NASDAQ down today about 9 points, as you can see, while parts of the other market up. I was looking at reports today where some of the indicators, a lot of the traders that I look at, they're saying, well, where could the market be at year end? I'm seeing some that think maybe 3,200 in the S&P. That's an interesting number because from here it's, another 4 or 5%. It's not as though it's a runaway to the upside. And that tells me that if those people are right, and I don't know if they're right or wrong, well, the market is obviously, at this point, with 6 months left to go, built in an awful lot of good news. Why do I say that? Because this coming Friday, we're going to get our unemployment rate. I'm already seeing that the guess is about 19.5% unemployment. We're obviously going to get more jobless claims, other things going on, a lot of economic data. The gold market today jumping on the silver. That correction's going on a long time where silver's gained on gold. So to get intraday corrections on it, I don't know that it means all that much. As we look right across the board now at the energies, they're getting a bounce. OPEC meeting June 4th is taking place. It appears that there's a consensus going to give another month of an extension and then maybe meet again. So the market is looking at supply coming off the market a little longer. That gave the market a boost. In the soybean market, as much as yesterday we heard that China said it's pausing on buying soybeans, word is in the trade that 3 cargoes were bought yesterday by China, and that's a lot of soybeans. The problem for China is they may not want to buy our food products, but where are they going to go for it? After you're through with South American soybeans, what's left? American. And that's where they go. But as I've said before, there's a lot of politics going on, a lot of posturing. A presidential election, if you get my news reports, I wrote about that yesterday. And I said you've got to read between the lines as to how everybody attacks everybody, but what do they really do? It was just like last week when the president said he's got a big news conference coming on Friday, and he talked about Hong Kong and other things. Have you seen a lot done? I haven't. Did you see trade mentioned? I didn't. So you've got to read between the lines. It's not always easy to do it. Here's a nice number. The New York Institute of Supply Management, the business index for New York, up 19.5 versus the prior month's at plus 4.3. You're still not seeing the retail sales pick up, but we're just opening the country. Now, it could be delayed a bit more, in fact, and you should expect that. Why? Because in the major cities, what we're seeing is so many shutdowns, so many curfews in place. Stores that were ready to open aren't ready to open. So we're getting that type of action. But underneath it all, there are still little areas, pockets where they are opening, salons, things of that nature. You watch. The ICSC retail sales, again, down. Australia's central bank today, the first of several banks that have monetary meetings this week. They left their key interest rate unchanged. They're looking at how the economy's doing. There's fights within Australia because in the state of Victoria, they've gotten closer to China on trade, whereas the rest of the country's backing away, and we know that there's fights with China. But again, Australia counts an awful lot on exports to China. We'll see where that goes. But for the moment, interest rates unchanged. Bank of Canada is going to issue its monetary policy tomorrow. The European Central Bank meets on Thursday. We'll see if they do more bond buying and what they can do. And I saw that Ms. Merkel is talking again about, and I'm talking out of Germany, obviously, that she's talking about more stimulus. Where's it going to come from? China, as I said, is rumored to have bought 3 cargoes of soybeans yesterday. And the People's Bank of China is going to use nearly $56 billion in relending quotas to buy loans issued by local lenders for a year. Then lenders will have to buy them back. But again, this gets the small businesses going. We'll see just how this all holds together. Obviously, putting it off to a year, maybe you go 2 years. You're not quite certain where this all goes. And of course, they'll be raising money within the country to try to get things moving one way and the other. Now, as you heard me say a moment ago, my research, I write a lot during the day, and I write different than a lot of people. I am not interested in writing a journal every day, 2 of them, for you. What I am interested in is highlights. And in the highlights, I'm scanning news all over, and then I'm expanding on it a little bit for the commodity markets. I back it up with my early morning video that gets recorded about 5:30 in the morning. My writing looks very similar to this. Trade recommendations are included in it, the reasons why, but I let my special reports be my videos, and I'm doing more and more of those now. So how do you get all this and get the audio parts and everything that goes with it? Go to our website at www.iraepstein.com. On the bottom right, you're going to see our free offerings. How do you get them? Just sign up for it right there. If that's too difficult, click right here. If you're watching me on YouTube, it'll take you right to the sign up page. I'm Ira Epstein. You can always call us, by the way. My staff will get you signed up immediately. You'd be in time for this morning's report, in fact. I'm Ira. You have a good day. I'll talk to you later this afternoon in our market wrap-ups.